matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Air Force's offense will come out first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's...
Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's McNeil. Touchdown, Falcons! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mids offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Duggan. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll run the option. And that's a very productive 1st down play of bringing up 2nd and 3.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Now on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping him from the 21. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Got the 1st down, looking for more. He steps out right on the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Calhoun.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Glenn. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Troy. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun to give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Frazier. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They want to run this quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll toss it to the left. Breaks into the open. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, midshipman.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Trevino. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll toss it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Trying play action. Scrambling away. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. Good, solid tackle. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Catch in the middle, it's Glenn. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot and see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the right. Slithers into space. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll start start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to give it to the defense. Took all of the quarterback's options away down the field. They forced them to check it down, and they were rallying around that fullback. Hats to the football. They create a negative play.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Falcons line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding it.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Try to get it to the edge. Finding open areas. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Falcons have this offense rolling.
Here we go. Check.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade helping this Navy defense. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. And to christen this 4th quarter, they'll try to hang a 3 on the board. Nestled just inside that right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Navy will go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here comes comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Wide open downfield.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops. You get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Making side adjustments here. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And that is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll throw on 3rd down. Heaves it deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Falcons are in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Touchdown, Air Force! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the toss to the left. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Breaks into the open. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. Using his feet.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position and get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
Well, this situation in the game now with the lead, you know the offense is just going to try and run the football, bleed the clock, and ice this game.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run.
Here we go.
They'll run the sneak for it. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
No gain on the flag. 2nd down coming up.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to pass. The clock an enemy. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Safe little shovel pass. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Last chance coming up. to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And